any kind of holiday, what can I think now is that something's going to happen. Something's going to happen.
The big story this Saturday night at 10 o'clock, she lost 3 family members to a suspected drunk driver on New Year's Day. Now, some 6 months later, as many folks plan to celebrate this 4th of July, she is pleading with drivers to think twice before drinking and getting behind the wheel. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight on 12 News at 10 o'clock. I'm Jonathan McCall. Rachel is on assignment. Team 12's Colleen Sikora live for us tonight in Tempe as troopers, officers, and deputies across Arizona hit the streets looking for impaired drivers this 4th of July. Colleen.
Yeah, Jonathan, East Valley agencies are bringing folks here to be processed who they believe were driving under the influence. And so, you know, these effects of drinking and driving, Luz Salcido knows them well. She's who lost her brother and his family on a drunk driving crash, a suspected drunk driving crash on the 202 South Mountain back in January. And she's pleading with folks who are celebrating the holiday to enjoy it safely. 6 months of life.
It has torn us apart.
Luz Salcido has lived without Juan Carlos Gaspar, his wife Selma, and their 12-year-old son Carlos.
It was too sudden.
DPS says Arian Guy was driving recklessly on the 202 South Mountain near 40th Street when he hit the Gaspar's SUV. Family said they weren't wearing seatbelts and all died. While Guy's attorney did not respond to 12 News' request for comment, court paperwork said Guy had open alcohol containers in his car, and prosecutors said his blood alcohol concentration was more than twice the legal limit. That was on New Year's Day. So with the 4th of July holiday here,
we see it as a time to grieve, a time to, think. It's not a time to have fun.
It's stories like what Salcido has gone through that has troopers, deputies, and officers from 87 different agencies out on the road across the state.
We have to make sure people understand what the consequences are of being arrested for DUI.
Alberto Gutierrez, director for the Governor's Office of Highway Safety, says nearly 450 people were arrested last year for DUI during the 4th of July enforcement. This year's enforcement means a lot more officers will be out on patrol, stopping people who are believed to be behind the wheel and under the influence.
What we want to do is keep people safe. It's just a great way to celebrate holidays, but don't make the mistake.
Knowing the cost, Salcido pleads for drivers to think about how they'll get home.
It's good to have fun. Just be cautious. You don't want to break another home.
All right, so the best practices if you are going to be drinking this weekend is that if you are, think about getting a designated driver, taking a ride share, Uber or Lyft, or even a taxi home. That way everybody gets home safely. We're live in Tempe. Colleen Sikora, 12 News.
Let's hope no family has to deal with that heartache this weekend. Colleen, thank you.